So since we don't want to get our bootable device infected again by when we insert it in this computer, so first things first, we're going to shut down this laptop before inserting this flash drive. Okay, shut down the laptop first, or the computer, before inserting the flash drive. So the computer is completely shut down and the flash drive is already inserted. So it is really important that your computer is plugged on the power. So now let's turn on this laptop. So when you turn on this laptop, don't forget to press delete or DSF2, so you will go or enter the BIOS setup. So if it won't get you directly here after clicking the F2 or the delete key, so you need to turn off again your computer, then turn on, then keep on pressing F2 and delete until it will lead you here on the BIOS setup. So this is the BIOS setup. So some of the BIOS setup you can use the touchpad or your mouse, but this BIOS setup you can only use the arrow keys. So this is the information about your computer. So the CPU info. So this laptop is on Intel Celeron CPU, and the BIOS version is version 1.08. The end. So if you want to know the information about your computer, you just go to BIOS, or the boot input output system. So the main, here you can find the system time, system date, so the network boot, and more. Security, if you want to install a password on your HDD or your computer, or you can also set password on your BIOS, and the boot. So this is where we going to select which boot we're going to set on number 1. So since we're going to format this computer, we need to find our flash drive, so that we're going to set it as the first boot for this computer. So our flash drive, using arrow keys, so this is our flash drive. So what we're going so in order to set this flash drive as the first boot, so if you can see here, the F6 or F5 or X6, so you're only going to click those keys in changing the values. So F5 and F6 on your keyboard. So these are the function keys. So this the okay. So these are the function keys from F1 to F12. So only click F5 and F6 in changing the values of your boot. So F5 is for going down and F6 is for going up. So since we're going to first boot our flash drive, so that when you open again or you turn on this computer, it will detect the flash drive. Then go to exit and exit saving changes, or click the F10 key on your keyboard. So if here, just click enter, then it will save, exit and save the changes on your boot. Then select yes and enter again. So wait for it to load, and let's wait for our flash drive to read as the first boot. So as you can see, the bootable device has been detected. So when we created our creation tools or major creation tools, we set it into two architecture, the 64-bit and the 32-bit. So we're going to install the Windows 10 64-bit. So let's wait for it to load. So you will experience many loading. So now let's set this up. So we're going to select the language and the time and currency format and the keyboard or input method. So we're not going to change this, but this time and currency format, we're going to change this to Philippines. Oops. There's no Philippines in the here, Filipino or Philippines. So you select that, so automatically your time will be set in the Filipino time. And then click next and click this install now. So here, this is the terms and license of this operating system. So just click this checkbox here, I accept the license terms then after that click the next button. So here we're going to choose this custom install Windows, the advanced. So we're going to partition this, or we're going to partition the hard disk of this computer. So select all of this drive, then click delete. So all of it, you're going to delete all of it. So you're going to clean all of the files in this drive. So click only the drive with partition. So if it's an unallocated, so meaning it's already deleted. So this computer, it has a 500 gigabytes hard disk. So once it is named drive 0 unallocated space, meaning it's empty, there's no files on it. So we're going to create to partition this. So you need to select that right first, then click this new. So you can divide this partition or drive into two, or you just leave it as this. So by dividing this, you need to use a calculator. So you just divide it by 2, and that's the size that you need to enter in, so that it will have a 2 partition uh, on your drive or your disk. But I'm going to leave it as is, so like this. So I'm just going to apply it by clicking this apply button, and okay. Then here, so already has a 3 partition, but the only partition that will display in after this is the only drive partition, or the partition 3. So this is for the system, the MSR for the reserve. So it's automatically has these 2 partition, so we cannot do anything about that. So what we're going to do next is we're going to install the operating system in this. So you need to find the space or the partition which has a bigger size or has the primary type on it. So select that partition, then click next. So that's how it will install. So the operating system is being installed on your PC. So you're going to wait for it to load to finish this installation. So if it's taking time, so you can just leave your computer while installing for the Windows. So once it reach the finishing up, so let your computer to restart on its own, or you can simply just click that to start now when it appears. So click that start now. So this will going to restart your computer. So just click ESC and just select this Windows 2 Manager. So it's not yet finished, so there are still more that you're going to do before it is completely finish installing the operating system. So you can see the starting services is still loading, so we're just going to wait for it to finish before we can set up our some of our for our computer. So just like what I said, you will experience your computer will experience a multiple restarting. So in formatting a computer, you need to be very patient. So it will take a lot of time before it finishes. So now let's set up our computer. So region, so of course Philippines, then select Philippines. So select Philippines, then click yes. Then for your keyboard layout, so you just select whatever keyboard layout you want. So I'm going to use United States International, then yes, and just skip this part. So now we're going to connect this to the internet. Then click next after connecting to the internet. So let's wait for it to load. Skip again to cancel. Then Windows Boot Manager. experience many loadings. So you really need to be patient in this. So let's create account for this Microsoft. So after you created the account, so let's wait for it. And so you need to create a pin for your computer. Okay, so pin. By the way, you can turn this off later once you're done with this. So let's have the pin 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Then click OK. Okay, so you need to create a strong pin for this. So let's wait. So here you're just going to click this accept. So more patience. Then we can skip this for now. So now almost finished. So let's wait for this to finish. So it says don't turn off your PC, so don't turn off your PC. And it's done. So the next thing you're going to do is just install the applications that you want for this computer. And so it's up to you what are those applications you want to install. So if you are so the Microsoft Office, anything. So for the video player, music player, so just download it. So you can download it in internet, so you can find it there. But this time I'm going to reset the security pins and the account for this computer because I log in using my account. So let's go to settings, then let's find this accounts here. So let's set that up. We're going to sign in with local account instead. Then next, so let's insert the password for this Microsoft account. So it's really important to you never forget what is the password for your Microsoft account. So let's name this username for this PC. You can just leave this empty if you don't want to add a password for your computer, or you can add password, so it's up to you. Then click next and then sign out and finish. So wait for it to load. Okay, so that's it. So your computer is formatted, it's clean, no more virus, and ready to go. So that's how you format a computer using a flash drive as a bootable device in Windows 10 operating system.